Forgiveness. This is something we do a lot in our lives, and I feel like a lot of the time when we do it simply out of pity in a way. And I do it too. I do it too. We just forgive people so they can stop feeling so sorry for themselves or stop feeling so sorry about how they treated you or so they won't start feeling sorry for how they treated you. We're forgiving people to make them feel better. But forgiveness does more for you than it does for them, if that makes sense. I feel like once we've accepted something and we realize that we don't want to stay stuck in this muddy water of a situation, forgiveness is like the key. Forgiveness is like the golden egg. It's like what's going to take us from muddy waters to crystal clear beaches with palm trees and a great breeze and sunny skies, and you can literally see your reflection in the water. If that makes sense. I feel like forgiveness opens a lot of doors, but in order to forgive, you have to accept, and a lot of acceptance comes with allowing yourself to feel. Like, I have a bad habit of not letting myself feel my feelings when I'm going through something, and I don't think that's right. We're human. We were born with these emotions. Why are we stopping ourselves from feeling these emotions? Everyone has these emotions, and it's natural for us to have them. And, the situations where we feel them in, they're reasonable. So why are we stopping ourselves from reasonable feelings that make absolutely 100% sense? And I feel like restricting ourselves from feeling these emotions makes the situation worse. It makes us feel worse because we're not able to forgive and forget, or forgive, accept, and move on. We're still stuck here in the muddy waters. And at that point, we might as well be drowning because we're not going anywhere. We're not getting any closer to getting out if we're not allowing ourselves to feel how we feel. I'm upset, and I'm angry, and I'm confused, and it's not as bad as it has been because I've been allowing myself to have my bad days. The mornings where I wake up and all the emotions are just heavy and just weighing on my mind and on my heart, I let myself cry. Yes, I think it's stupid, and I think I'm dumb for keep feeling these feelings and wanting to cry at freaking 8 in the morning, but I let myself do it now. And to be quite honest, I feel better because of it. There are days where I wouldn't allow myself to cry, and I told myself I wasn't allowed to feel like this, and I walked around the whole day with just this cloud in my chest. But as I started allowing myself to cry when I needed to, and to feel angry, and to feel upset and sad and confused, I feel like I have a clearer head despite all these emotions that's swirling around inside of me. I feel like things make a little more sense when I allow myself to be human. We have to do that. We have to allow ourselves to be human and to cry and to scream and to yell and to be angry and to take time for ourselves, and to sometimes we also have to hate people. We have to hate who we're around for a day or two maybe, and then come back. And I think that urges forgiveness. That urges forgiveness for yourself. It urges forgiveness for another person, another party. And forgiveness is the biggest step to moving on. I did tell someone that I didn't hate them. And it's true, I don't hate them. But I realized a week or so after the situation, I was angry at them. And I was so angry at them, and I was mad. And I started to grow this hate for them in my heart because I wasn't really trying to accept the situation for what it was. and I felt it in my chest, and I knew what I was doing, but I let myself keep doing it because I'm not really good at confronting my own emotions. But eventually I started to realize, I was like, you know what? I'm not about to restrict myself from feeling how I feel about this situation. I'm gonna feel all the feelings. And I've been feeling all the feelings. There's been a lot of tears. There's been a lot of laying in bed confused. There's not been so much anger because I understand and I have a clearer view of the situation because I've allowed myself to feel. So, feel. You're human. You were born. God gave us emotions. He did not give us emotions for us to not feel things. We're gonna feel things. That's just how life is. But we have to feel things to move on. You can't restrict yourself from going through the motions. It's like the 5 stages of death. I'm not gonna name all of them because I think I forgot them. But grief, acceptance, depression, anger, denial. You gotta go through all of this to accept death. You also have to go through all of this in a situation in order to accept it and to finally be strong enough and willing enough to move on from it. And guess what? It's not gonna be easy. It's never gonna be easy. You can say this and you can speak on it and whatever, but it's not gonna be easy. But I'll tell you one thing that is easy. Allowing yourself to feel emotions rather than restricting yourself from these emotions. Oh my goodness, trust me when I tell you, this is like the easiest thing ever. And yes, it's embarrassing sometimes to wake up at 8 in the morning and literally be bawling your eyes out. But hey, I'm telling you, you'll have a better day after that than if you just you'll have a better day after that than if you decided not to cry. If you decided that you had to suck it up and be strong and do this and do that. You are strong. You're going through a tough time right now and you're allowing yourself to feel your emotions. You're strong. Trust me, you're strong. Don't ever doubt that you're not strong. Because life's not easy. Emotions aren't easy. They're not simple. They're oh my gosh, they're so complicated. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I like you, but I hate you? Or like, no, that's that is not what I was trying to get at. But like, emotions are so complicated. Like, you're happy about a situation, but you hate the situation. You're angry about the situation. And like, it's a random day. You're having a great time, and all of a sudden, you just get this wave of sadness or this wave of anger. Like, can I breathe? Can I live my life? Please? But truthfully, I feel like that's something that all of us have to work on, especially as humans. I feel like when we forgive, a lot of the times now, we don't truly mean it. We just do it. But I feel like we earn a lot and gain a lot from situations if we mean it when we forgive. If we mean it from the depths of our deepest, darkest hearts. If it's coming from the bottom of our hearts, I do feel like we gain more and are able to grow more as individuals. And genuinely, I know it's easier to talk about and to say and to realize than to like put into action. But I feel like the steps to like genuinely forgiving and accepting things is way easier than like a lot of other things that we talk about in society today that seem easy but aren't easy. But I think it's important that we feel our emotions, especially in something that's like really life-changing for us. I feel like we have to feel our emotions. But I feel like we shouldn't restrict it to just life-changing events. I feel like we have to feel our emotions all the time because we have them. Everyone has them. Everyone gets angry. Everyone gets sad. Everyone gets embarrassed. Everyone's happy. So why are we acting like our emotions are such an abnormal thing? like they shouldn't be allowed to exist, like we shouldn't be allowed to express them. I think that's a good thing for a lot of us to think about, especially me. But I know I've grown to allow myself to have my bad days and allow myself to have my good days, and to feel the feelings when they come and not to push them away, because I'll be honest, it has made moving on and moving throughout the day, moving throughout the months and the hours, it's made it easier. It really has. And it's I'm still like having trouble with the situation, but I know that I'm doing much better now than if the situation occurred a year ago. Like, I'm still able to be myself and gather myself back up, pick myself back up off the floor, because I did fall to the floor. I fell to the floor for a little bit, but I didn't allow myself to stay there. I didn't allow myself to stay and sink and drown in the muddy waters. I'm finding my way out of those waters because I don't know about y'all, but the beach sounds nice. Clear waters, sand, good breeze, sunny skies, blue skies. Ugh, that sounds 10 times better than being stuck and drowning in muddy waters. And I hope that you realize that too. I forgive people. I forgive everyone who's ever done me any wrong in my life. And to be quite honest, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Most of y'all I probably don't like anymore, but there's especially the recent one, I don't hate you for what you did. I forgive you. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. Allow yourself to feel your feelings, because you're human, and you deserve it. And you deserve to forgive yourself for everything.